Yeah, good morning. This is Bang Bang Will. Alan Dixon, Craze, Richardson's. I mean, there was three firms that was the Craze, then the Dixons, then the Richardsons. Yeah, I think the Tibbses wasn't so much a firm; they was more business people, but hard people. Yeah, but I'd like to talk about my mate Alan Dixon. He died about 3 months ago, 75. Me and Alan Dixon got on really, really well. Nice guys. Do you know what? There ain't many people out there maybe a couple or three people out there who've been away for a long, long time, who've met the people I've met, but I've met the old timers, you know what I mean? The proper old gangsters, yeah? But I'd like to talk about one today. Alan Dixon. I was privileged to be able to talk about him and say that I met him, shook his hands, played football together, bit of rugby, a nice guy, but mates, you know what I mean? And there ain't many people, I don't think there's many people out there who have done that, shook proper hands with proper gangsters, and I love it, you know what I mean? It's a privilege to be able to talk about these people and try to speak to them face to face, shake their hands and just have good times, yeah? But I was only young when I went to Albany, 1974, and I met Alan Dixon. Alan Dixon was on Sea Wing. Him, Peter Kelly, very good mates, yeah. Peter Kelly, Alan Dixon, and Alan Dixon, who's the other one? There was another one, nut is a fruitcake, but Alan Dixon was as mad as they come. I mean, Alan Dixon used to run around and nick Screw's axe and put it on his head and run down the landing and grabbed the food out of the hot plate and all. Alan Dixon was a proper nice guy, proper gangster, with the Craze. I mean, him and the Craze, I think them and the Craze had loggerheads, but they was still mates, but they had loggerheads, yeah, about business and taking over certain parts of London. And yeah, they're very hard. Him and George, very hard people, mate. Him and George Dixon. I understand, I don't know how true it was, that George cut Alan. Alan's got a nice scar on his face, and that's the rumours going that George cut him. I don't know if it's true, but Alan Dixon, mate, just liked him so much. Just a nice guy, always joking about and always singing. He was in the kitchen with Chelsea with me. I think Alan Dixon, he was a baker. He got on the coppers. I think he got on the potatoes with me, done washing up, which we all do. But Gerard's a gentleman, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so privileged to be in prison and talking to these people, shaking their hands. It's a privilege, you know. Listen, lots of people out there, yeah, on podcasts and on these videos, talk about people because they get it from the videos that other people put out, yeah, and they read it, and you Google it and all this, that, and the other, and they can talk about it, yeah. But me, everyone I talk about, I've actually shook their hand and been in prison with them, sat there, had cups of tea with them, coffee with them, cakes, sandwiches. When you think of it, Ronnie Bender with the Craze, Alan Dixon was loggerheads with the Craze at sometimes, because they took over from the Craze, I believe. But mates, Ronnie Bender, Alan Dixon, the Tibbses, all together. They'd be all together in one cell, in Ronnie Bender's cell, playing cards, having a drink, having a smoke, just enjoying their life, man, you know, in prison, you know what I mean? It's fantastic. And there's me, all I was interested in was training. I used to train every day, go in the gym, come out the gym, go upstairs, get my weights, go in the bath, in the toilet, do all my curls, all my triceps, come out of there, do press-ups, loads of press-ups in myself, every day. That's all I used to do. That's why I was 20 odd stone, you know what I mean? I was massive, really, really big. But Alan Dixon, he's just a very gangster person. Ronnie Bender, Tibbs is all gangsters, yeah, proper gangsters, and I was with them all, yeah. I would do bits and pieces every day about them. But Alan Dixon, He didn't care, mate. He didn't care. Good footballer, you know. He wasn't a bad footballer, Alan Dixon. Yeah, I see him out there playing. Ronnie Bender was the captain. They was called Ronnie Bender the captain because he was the captain of every team out there. The rugby team, the captain, but on the sideline. Football, the captain on the sideline. But Alan Dixon, good footballer, mate. I liked Alan, good footballer. Always laughing, always joking. And the geezer could sing. He could really sing, man. I mean, he livened up everybody, yeah? He made everybody everybody was on C-Wing in Chelmsford. Everybody just enjoyed it, you know. Alan be singing. It takes you away from prison, yeah? Everybody's got drinking scotch, vodka, Bacardi, that lot. Not our lot, his lot, yeah? The Tibbses, Dixons, and Ronnie Benders, and all that, Terry Millmans, Lewis Waller, all that lot used to be drink all that lot, you know. And I just miss him, man, Alan. Nice geezer, a nice guy. When I come out of prison, and you know, kept thinking about Alan and telling people the stories about Alan and this, that, and the other. And then I come here with my mate Terry Haley, and Terry Haley took me to a mate's house, Sid, and Carol, and they was talking, you know, just talking about things. Sid's done Long Lartin. Sid done a big sentence in Long. Sid was a bad man, dangerous man. He died, rest in peace, Sid. And it was talking about Georgie Dixon and Alan Dixon. I said, well, Alan Dixon with the craze. He went, yeah. I said, God, me and Alan go back really, really well. You know, just tell him Ray Hill, you know what I mean? And just, God, he said, yeah, they come over here for dinner. I said, get him to come over. I wanted to see him, but he passed away, yeah, which I'm gutted about, you know, 75. He's only young, Alan. And there was a guy also in prison that I've only just remembered his name, yeah, over Alan, yeah. A guy called Joe. I'd love Joe to get in touch with me. He's called Joe Lot, yeah. Joe Lot, fix that guy. He used to play the accordion, yeah. And he was a good singer, but he used to sing this song, If You Want to Go to Heaven, yeah? If you want to go to heaven and see your mum and all that kind of, it was like really sad, you know, to play it all the time, and he got out on the landing, really good singer and accordion player. But him and Alan Dixon, even though they didn't get on too well, they was just singing together, it was fantastic. And the day Alan Dixon was getting released from prison, he got parole. I think Alan done about 22 years, I'm not quite sure. Or he's done 22 years in prison, but I know he's done a lot, big bird at this one. He got done for what, I think it was a conspiracy to defraud GBH with intent and all that sort of thing, yeah. But anyway, Joe Lot and Alan Dixon, I forgot, you know, because I'm only sort of remembering Joe Lot, yeah. Joe Lot and Alan Dixon got on the bridge that goes over to each landing in Chelmsford, and Alan Dixon was going in the morning. He was lucky, really, he did go in the morning. He got parole. I think the wing shut at 8 o'clock. Alan Dixon, Joe Lot on the accordion. Then there's someone else, I think it was either Terry Millman or Lou Swallow on the guitar. Sat. They got chairs out, sat down. Alan Dixon stood up, hands on the bridge, and sung My Way. Yeah, man. And now the end is near. Yeah, and like he was singing for, it seemed, hours. Bang Up was at 8 o'clock. He got on the bridge at 8 o'clock. About 3 or 4 screws, and ain't many screws in there. He got, you know, to lock up the whole nick. Wasn't many. B-wing was a short-term wing. That was all locked up early anyway. But C-wing being the long-term, we was open up late, yeah. I think it was 8 o'clock. And whatever time it was, Alan Dixon got on that bridge with Joe Lot. It was all Lou Swallow, Terry Millman playing the guitar. And they sang My Way. But it was only Alan singing. And Alan Dixon, involved with the craze, proper gangster. This geezer was fantastic singer, mate. He got on that bridge and he sung. He sung for an hour. He kept repeating My Way. He kept singing other songs, and everybody was going mad, clapping, bashing the railings in on the wing, going crazy, drinking, yeah, you know, like, because he's going home, isn't he? He's done his bird, he's going home, mate. And it was so good to see that, you know. Imagine that, memories. That's a memory, mate, isn't it? There ain't many people out there on my podcast who've got memories about things like that. There's not. There isn't. I don't think there's anybody. Maybe John Massey. Definitely Charles Bronson ain't got no memories because he's been down in Chokey all this time. He ain't got no memory. The only memories he's got is seeing that steel cage that was out, you know what I mean? But, you know, and who else? There's not many out there. Fraser. There's not many out there that have got memories like that about prison, like that, and being with proper people, yeah? And shaking their hands and talking to them and sitting in the cell with them and having cups of tea and coffee and sandwiches and all that. You know, there ain't many out there. I don't think there's any out there now. Like I say, only two, maybe two or three. It's me, I'm definitely one of them. I've been involved with every gangster you can name. I've been involved with, except Yami. Yami been in prison a long time in his life, but he was always with other people. Tony Archer, is it Tony Archer? I forget his name, but he'd been with people like that, really. Well, I was with the old school, yeah. He was more or less with the young school. I'm with the old school, all the old timers, which is better. They're the ones, mate. I mean, when they go, you know what I mean? And I've been with them, mate, and it's a privilege that I've got to say that I've been there, yeah. Young man, with all them people, all them proper gangsters, you know, and it's Mickey Greens and all them people, and Lawrence and Frasers, Dixons, Tibbses, Benders, Millmans. It goes on. It goes on. There's so many. Do you know what I mean? And I can't wait for tomorrow. Maybe do Terry Millman, Lou Swallow. I don't know what I want to do. Fraser, we've done. Maybe I don't know. Lawrence, we've done. We'll do Fraser again. It's a privilege, mate. Even Joe Lot, which I've now got Joe Lot. I love Joe, man. I love Joe. He used to come in, he used to sit outside his cell playing the accordion, and he was just so good, and he was such a good singer. Him and Alan used to have a bit of luggage because one was singing, the other would be singing, and they'd get pissed off with each other, you know. But it's just nice people, yeah. And, you know, just please like and subscribe. This is made from my old mate Alan Dixon. You know, I loved him so much, mate. Proper guy, you know what I mean? And it's a shame that he died at an early age, 75. Sid did tell me, and Carol did tell me, that he's drinking a lot, you know. I think he owned a pub, I'm not quite sure he owned a pub, which you would, if you've got a pub, you're going to drink, can't you? You know. But I'm gutted, really, that I never see him at the end of it all, yeah. I think George is still alive. George Dixon's still alive, the oldest brother. Don't know how George is, 80, he must be 80 now, 78, 79, 80. Don't really know George, but Alan, just gutted, man. Anyway, this is Bang Bang Rail. Please press the like button and subscribe. Good morning, yeah.